Carmen and this channel is MANO, the YouTube channel dedicated to all cancer survivors around the world. I'm going to make this video to explain a little bit what is MANO and why I did it. I'm a cancer survivor. I had cancer 10 years ago, and in that moment was a taboo topic. Nobody talked about it. And if I talk about it in my family, I didn't get the reaction that I wanted. I didn't know which reaction that I wanted, but I realized that, it was a difficult topic to talk about. I'm originally from Costa Rica, and I did my treatment there. After that, I started this adventure of living in different countries, and I tried the healthcare system in every country, and I met so many people. And I realized that it's not only in Costa Rica and not only in Latin America that there is this stigma about cancer. It could be very challenging for cancer survivors after the treatment not to have a guide or not to have a support group that you can share your experience and your fears and all the side effects after cancer. So after 3 years of finishing the treatment, that was the hardest part for me. For me, it was not the treatments that they were difficult. They were difficult, definitely, but I had all the support of my family and I was kind of in survival mode. But it was after the treatment that was even more difficult for me because I was alone. I didn't want to share my experience with my peers that they didn't have cancer. And also, I was so depressed and I had a lot of anxiety and panic attacks because I thought that the cancer was back. And I felt that I didn't have anyone to talk about it. A friend of mine saw me one day that I was very sad, and she helped me to talk with a professional, with a psychologist, about what was happening to me. At the moment, I was living in Dublin. I was studying. So the university had this psychologist that really helped me. And they also have, but outside the university, this support group for cancer survivors. So I just started going there and it was life-changing at that moment. Then I participated in many events of cancer survivors, and one of them that really helped me to develop this idea was one that was online that is called A Fresh Chapter. It's an American program that is free and is for cancer survivors that helps to make a purpose of life after the treatment. And the other event was that I participate in the European Young Cancer Summit in Budapest. This was created by Youth Cancer Europe. We're doing great things for the cause that I thought this is amazing. This should be happening in every country in the world, especially in Latin America that is still underdeveloped, this topic, right? So that's why I decided in 2019 to create MANO. And at the beginning, it was only for Latin America. I was interviewing cancer survivors from every country in Latin America, and I achieved it. You can find this channel cancer survivors from all ages, all type of cancers, all regions in Latin America. And not only Latin America, also in the US and Canada, some of the islands, talking about their experience having cancer in their countries, all the stigmas and everything. But I didn't want to make the interviews very sad or very normal. I want to expose more the person behind the illness because we are more than cancer. So that was the intention of the channel. Some of the interviews are in English now, and some of them are in Spanish but with English subtitles. So if you want to check them out, I started doing interviews of cancer survivors from around the world last year. So I have interviews from people in Thailand, in Taiwan, in Kenya, in Ireland, in Egypt. My goal is to have even more countries. So this is the main intention of this channel, is to connect, to make this network and this family of cancer survivors from around the world. It doesn't matter the age, the type of cancer, your ethnicity, your cultural background, your family. This is a space for you. And we have all this in common that we pass through this illness or we are still on it, and you have a space to hear other experiences. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. Thank you.